For years, the way I was cleaning my acrylic brushes just really wasn't working very well for me. My brushes would lose their shape, they'd get stiff and crunchy after they dried. So today I thought I'd share how I clean my acrylic brushes now and what's helped my brushes last much longer. The first thing I do is remove as much paint as possible. I gently pinch the brush out into a paper towel to pull out all of the excess paint. Then I wash the brush with Dawn dish soap under warm water, not cold water and not hot water. As I clean the brush, I really work the soap down into the base of the bristles. I'll fan the bristles outward gently into the palm of my hand to help loosen any paint that's hiding deeper near the ferrule of the brush. One of the biggest problems with acrylic paint is that dried paint can slowly build up deep inside the brush where you can't really see it. Over time, that paint starts acting almost like a glue. The bristles will lose their flexibility, the brush loses its shape, and eventually it just doesn't perform the same way anymore. With larger brushes, this usually takes multiple rounds of cleaning. Sometimes I'll wash them multiple times with the dish soap before moving on to the next step. After the dish soap, I use the Master's Brush Cleaner and Preserver. Again, I really work the cleaner deeply down into the bristles. I fan the brush out gently and make sure I'm cleaning all the way down near the base. I absolutely hate reaching for a brush in the middle of a painting and realizing it's all hard and I'm going to have to take extra time to soften it and get it workable again. Usually that means that I had still left some dried paint trapped deeper inside the brush. This cleaner really helps keep the bristles softer and in much better condition after drying. Once the brush is fully cleaned, I rinse everything out thoroughly. Then I dry the brush well with paper towels and reshape the bristles as well as I can. Then I like to lay the brush flat on paper towels to dry. Honestly, I'm not somebody who's overly precious about brushes. I actually love really inexpensive brushes, but I do want them to last as long as possible. And more importantly, I want them to work well when I'm painting with them. Taking a few extra minutes to clean them well makes such a difference because the next time you sit down to paint, your brushes will be soft, flexible, and ready to work with you instead of fighting against you. Brush care really becomes part of acrylic painting. It doesn't have to be complicated, but it really does make painting so much more enjoyable. If you have brush cleaning tips or products that work well for you, tell me about them in the comments. I always love hearing what other artists use.